Good day. My name is David. I talk about design, how to do. And in today's video, this is a very common problem with designers. I will talk about what the fuck is API. And as a designer, you are there right now, hearing something about what APIs are, what they are not, and everything within. And it's kind of strange or confusing, or in a way, you just know you go use API, but you don't exactly know what it is. Let's get started. What the fuck is an API? An API is basically an application interface. That is what it is, right? Let me explain. I'm going to use 4 analogies, and this is the first one. Nkowoku is a company that has an Igbo API and editor platform. Basically, it has a learning platform for learning Igbo and a dictionary for translating Igbo words. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of why I mentioned Nkowoku. Nkowoku, that's Igbo dictionary, has an Igbo API. Is a database of words, right? It's a data set that has words in it. The dictionary translates English words to Igbo or Igbo words to find the meaning of the Igbo words, basically. So now, this is how that works. The Igbo API is an interface, right, that connects to the database of sets of words. For example, now, this is not for example, this is for facts. There is a database. You already know what databases are. MySQL is an example of a database, SQL database, there are other kind of databases everywhere. But the basic understanding, the skeleton is a spreadsheet. Think about a spreadsheet, a Google sheet, whichever one, an Airtable base. Imagine that filled with data. So now there's a spreadsheet somewhere that has a name of somebody, that has the email address of the person, and has a certain, probably a location. Now, if you have all these things in that spreadsheet, you have a list of people that have filled your form. This is a very good analogy. As designers, we tend to put our forms a lot, and you collect people's name, probably too much forms. Collect people's name, collect any other email, and then you can look at it at a Google Sheet, convert to Google Sheet and look at it for your research purposes. That list, that sheet is a basic example of a database. Nkowoku has something like that. On the other end, there's an application, there's a dictionary. This dictionary is connected to the database within the API, but the dictionary has a place where you can see the word you are translating, you can see the definition of the word, and you can see where you can play the audio to hear the pronunciation of the word. How is the API coming in place? The API is the interface. Just listen. Is the interface between these two database and the dictionary. Since database have data fields of all these things, rows and columns, and the dictionary has a place where the word goes to, the translation goes to, and the audio pronunciation goes to. Once somebody plays the audio pronunciation, it plays the audio pronunciation of a certain word. It also plays the audio pronunciation of another word because of the API. Now the API is the interface, is the connection interface that connects these two parts of this application together. Now the API carries wire, longer wire. Chook one into the word. That means the data set that has words. You chook one wire inside. Then that same wire, you chook it into the part where the word displays on the dictionary side. So when you search a word, you see word. That word is already stored in the database. It shows you that word. For that word, there is a translation for that specific word. Now, what this does is that the API carries another wire, chook inside the other part of that word that has the translation, and chook that database. It's like that wire connecting the database directly is the interface connector, is the API application interface that connects that wire that connects that word to the front where you can see it. That's the first analogy. As a designer, you design a place where users fill in their name, put their surname, put their email address, and they click enter. Once they click enter, that thing goes into another port, right? And it's stored somewhere. That place wherever it's stored is saved there, is the database, it's saved into the database. You all know what that is, right? Now, if maybe your company or another application, probably let's say WhatsApp, and WhatsApp has connected your API. Just imagine your universities connected your API that's for the application that collects people name and information to the login process of WhatsApp, where you need to log in with, probably you want to log in with your company, and your company's name is Drones. Thank you. Probably you want to log in with Drones as an application that stores people's name. The user selects Drones as a form of login. Since it's WhatsApp, remember we are on WhatsApp, we are not on Drones, we are on WhatsApp, but WhatsApp has connected the API. Users of Drones have saved their email, name, and password on Drones, and they want to connect to the API, and they want to sign in to WhatsApp through Drones API, right? Because it's secure. Click Drones, a pop-up comes up where they tell you, put in your Drones name and WhatsApp. You see what just happened here is basically WhatsApp tapping to that database that you already have without even using the application API. That's the application interface. It's the exact thing you do for the web, connecting between what users click and how applications work, but for softwares do that, and software engineers basically do that. Now, I'm taking so much time, so I have 3 more analogies to go. The second one is electricity. Now, and how NEPA bring lights. NEPA, if they bring lights, everybody's happy. Up NEPA, and then you carry your phone charger, because in Nigeria we don't charge our phones with full, we charge our phones to the take light. And you connect phone charger to the wall socket. What just happened is that you've connected to an API in a way. So NEPA have a database of lights. They have lights everywhere where they can give us lights if they want, or then to on the switch, right? They on the switch, current flows into your house and come into that wall socket. That wall socket where you chook your phone inside and start charging. That white thing, mostly white in every Nigerian house, is an API. Now, if you remove that white thing, all you have is wire, 2-3 wires if electrician is good enough. That wire cannot just charge your phone, right? You need the socket. That is an API that connects you to NEPA. Basically, the ability for you to be able to use NEPA lights without being in NEPA office, right? With the help of that socket, is the API that's allowing you to tap from NEPA lights. It's tapping current. Easy. Let's go to the third analogy. The third one, so take for example, a woman is pregnant and she's pregnant with the unborn child, yes, right? Now, she has access to the food in real life. The baby's in the womb, doing what babies do, kick and do on matter of, I don't know. She's where she is, probably, watching my YouTube videos. Thank you. Like and subscribe. And for any reason, she's hungry. The baby is hungry. For that baby to eat food, the baby needs the mother to also eat food, right? And how does this work? That means the mother has to eat food for the baby to eat food. You see the placenta. Placenta is connected to the abdomen of the child, the novel, and the mother eats food and the nutrients is shared with the baby through the help of the placenta to the abdomen. Now the baby is eating food. The baby is not in the real world. The baby is in the womb. The mother is in the real world watching my YouTube videos as she should. Now, what happens is she is like housing the database of food. She has access to all the database set of food: rice, beans, plantain, dodo. Dodo, ewa, agbodo, everything. She probably eats amala and ewedu. The baby now is going to take part of the nutrients of that food with the help of the placenta. The abdomen is the application interface because it's the API, because now the abdomen is collecting food from the placenta, the food that passes through the placenta to the baby. It doesn't just pour it into the stomach of the baby. The nutrients are distributed into the blood vessels, the veins, every part of the intestine that is growing small. That's exactly how the API works. The API is connecting all those parts together. The API, the abdomen, the novel is the API. Whenever I look at your novel, just look at it as the API that connected you with your mom. Basically, that's another how APIs work. I have a store where designers can find merch that relates to designers' identity as a designer. So with this store, imagine somebody wants to buy something from me, right? They go to the store, they buy the shirt. Let's imagine you go to the store. The link is in the description. You go to the store, you pick the shirt you want and you want to pay for it, right? And you see an option to choose between Flutterwave, Paystack, I love Paystack, or Cheaper, or TryPay, or any other platform, and you choose Paystack. But you see that part as a designer where you design pay with, and they click pay with and they see options. That is basically where the developers will connect the API to. The API of Paystack will connect to one of those ports that serves Paystack. The API of Flutter will connect to one of those buttons. You designer, one of those buttons where it takes them to Flutterwave. The API also connects to that endpoint where it says cheaper. So now these things, when the user now selects anyone to pay, automatically the user is not going to Paystack, but they have access to Paystack information and Paystack payment gateway with the help of the API. That's why there's this thing that every fintech in Nigeria, everywhere, basically uses one or more of different other fintech API. Basically, yeah. And that comes to the end of this video. Thank you for sitting down to the end. If you have questions, ask me in the description or reach out to me in my DMs. Everything is down there. Reach out to me, ask me questions. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, like this video. See you on the next one. See you next time. See you next week. Basically, see you next time. Sounds boring. See you next week. Bye.